In the tranquil bedroom, a bedside lamp casts a warm, intimate glow, illuminating the serene space. Ava sleeps soundly, her breathing a gentle, rhythmic hum, a picture of peaceful slumber. A half-read book lies open on her nightstand, a silent companion to her quiet dreams. The room breathes a serene calm, hinting at a life lived with quiet grace and contentment. Ava stirs on her living room couch, her clothes rumpled, a faint, metallic smell heavy in the morning air. Her eyes flutter open, disoriented, as the television drones on with a news anchor's voice. The chilling words, brutal murder and neighborhood pierce through her haze, capturing her attention. A sudden shiver runs down Ava's spine as the gravity of the news settles in. In the stark morning light, Ava stares at her reflection, her eyes wide with a growing sense of dread. A small, unidentifiable stain mars her sleeve, a chilling reminder of a lost night. She scrubs at the stain furiously, her knuckles turning white with desperation. Her memory remains a blank slate, the previous night a terrifying void she cannot recall. In Dr. Alara Reed's softly lit office, Ava sits across, her hands clasped tightly, a tremor in her voice. She confesses to Dr. Reed, her words barely a whisper, about unsettling feelings and memory lapses. Ava's eyes betray a deep, growing fear as she speaks. I've been forgetting things. Small things at first, but now it's getting worse. Her voice cracks with raw emotion as she reveals her deepest terror. And when I sleep, I'm terrified of what I might find. In her dimly lit bedroom, Ava meticulously sets up a video camera, her movements precise yet trembling. The lens of the camera is aimed at her bed, a silent sentinel in the encroaching darkness. Her eyes dart nervously around the room, scanning every shadow as if anticipating a hidden threat. Each shadow seems to hold a secret, each corner a potential menace, as Ava's gaze pierces the gloom. She climbs into bed, pulling the covers up to her chin, seeking refuge from unseen terrors. Her gaze remains fixed on the camera, a silent plea for protection in the suffocating stillness of the night. Ava jolts awake, her heart pounding as the insistent blare of her alarm pierces the morning silence. She scrambles from bed, her movements urgent, driven by a hidden fear. Her fingers fly across the small digital camera on her nightstand, rewinding the night's footage. Ava's face tightens with apprehension, bracing herself for the secrets the recording might reveal. The screen glows, a silent testament to the unknown, as Ava's gaze remains fixed, her breath held. The grainy, dark camera footage flickers to life, revealing Ava's apartment shrouded in an unsettling stillness. In a trance-like state, Ava rises from her bed, her movements unnaturally fluid and silent, her eyes wide open yet unseeing. Ava navigates the apartment with an eerie, somnambulist grace. The footage abruptly cuts as Ava glides out of frame, leaving behind a chilling silence. Ava stands frozen in her kitchen, a knife clutched tightly in her hand, her brow furrowed in deep thought. The radio hums, a news anchor's voice reporting a chilling murder, the details eerily familiar to Ava. Panic begins to set in, a cold, creeping certainty forming in her mind as she stares at the knife. The air crackles with an unspoken dread as the weight of the news settles heavily upon Ava. Amidst the bustling park, Ava wanders, her eyes distant and heavy with an unspoken burden. Her gaze falls upon a missing person poster, a chilling image that sends a shiver down her spine. The face on the poster, eerily familiar, sparks a terrifying memory from her sleepwalking footage. A wave of sudden nausea washes over her, the world spinning in a dizzying haze of dread. The terrifying realization dawns, a truth too immense to bear, threatening to consume her entirely. In her apartment, Ava's hands tremble with a desperate urgency as she shoves a heavy armchair against her bedroom door. Her breath comes in shallow, ragged gasps as she struggles to move a dresser, creating an impenetrable barrier. Her eyes, wide and filled with profound terror, dart around the room, expecting something to materialize from the shadows. The air crackles with her fear as she works frantically, trying to trap herself within the confines of her own room. Every shadow seems to hold a hidden threat as Ava's desperate efforts culminate in a barricade against an unseen terror. Ava thrashes in her sleep, a silent struggle contorting her face, her body battling an unseen foe. The barricade of furniture scrapes across the hardwood floor, a chilling sound echoing in the night. Slowly, agonizingly, Ava's unconscious strength begins to force the heavy objects apart. The furniture groans and shifts, pushed by a power beyond her waking control, revealing a harrowing internal fight. In the Stark police station, Detective Miller's stern gaze pierces the silence, his perceptive eyes fixed on Ava. Ava, guarded and tense, offers only vague answers, her distress a palpable tremor in the air. Her hands fidget nervously, a silent confession of inner turmoil, as her gaze remains downcast. Miller observes her every move, a flicker of suspicion igniting in his eyes, sensing the hidden truth. Ava sits wide-eyed and restless on her bed, her knuckles white as she clutches a heavy chain and padlock. Tears stream down her face, a silent testament to a fear that grips her soul. Her trembling hands struggle with the cold metal, desperately trying to secure herself to the bed frame. Each fumbling attempt is a battle against an unseen force, her resolve etched in her pained expression. A raw whisper escapes her lips, a desperate plea to herself. I can't let it happen again. Under the pale streetlights, Ava drifts down a dim street, her eyes wide and vacant, seeing nothing. Her bare feet ghost over the pavement, each step a silent, unnerving rhythm of predatory intent. Ahead, a lone figure walks, their back turned, utterly oblivious to the chilling presence behind them. The air crackles with unspoken dread as Ava closes in, a phantom in the night, her silent approach, a harbinger of doom. In a cavernous, abandoned warehouse, moonlight slices through grimy windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Ava, still in a sleepwalking trance, wanders through the desolate space, her hands stained with a dark, viscous substance. She pauses before a shattered mirror, its jagged pieces reflecting a distorted, menacing version of herself that seems to sneer. A sudden jolt of adrenaline courses through Ava, her eyes snapping open to the horrifying reality around her. She gasps, her face contorting in horror at the decaying surroundings and the gruesome sight of her own hands. Under the harsh hum of fluorescent lights, Ava sits across from Detective Miller, her face pale yet resolute, in the stark interrogation room. Her voice, hollow and calm, confesses to sleepwalking, a dark truth she struggles to grasp. I was sleepwalking. Detective Miller listens, his features a grim mask of shock and dawning understanding. As Ava continues, I don't remember any of it, but I know it was me. The air in the room hangs heavy, thick with the crushing weight of her words, a silent testament to a truth she cannot escape.